every Keanu Reeves action film, from worst to best. Since the 1990s, Keanu Reeves has been in scores of famous action films. While several of these films are easily remembered as some of the best in the genre, other Keanu Reeves action films are on the polar opposite end of the spectrum. Depending on the plot, Reeves can be called a hit-or-miss action hero, but his unrivaled performances are always the centerpiece of whatever film he stars in, regardless of critical reaction. At the age of 59, Reeves has proven that he is still at the top of his game in the action genre, with some of his very best work arising out of the surprisingly fantastic John Wick franchise. Reeves, who first got his big break from the 1989 goofball comedy Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, has found most of his success within the action genre, particularly due to his legendary role as Neo in the Matrix movies. Apart from the obvious franchises Reeves is involved in, there are a handful of great action movies in his filmography which we've ranked here from worst to best. The very worst Keanu Reeves action movie has got to be 2018's Replicas, directed by Jeffrey Nachmanoff, who wrote the screenplay for The Day After Tomorrow. Replicas fails in just about every way to deliver on its intriguing yet flawed premise. Reeves does his best to work with the illogical plot and messy narrative structure, but ultimately stands no chance against the film's frustrating mediocrity. Critics tore Replicas apart when it was released in 2018, making it a clear low point on Reeves' action genre resume. Reeves stars as the titular protagonist in Johnny Mnemonic from first-time director Robert Longo. The film is set in the then-future 2021, in which Johnny is an information courier who stores memory chips inside his computerized head. The movie is definitely worth a watch for the retrospective hilarity of its premise and has developed somewhat of a cult following for fans of the cyberpunk subgenre. If you're looking for a brainy sci-fi action movie with depth, however, this is one Reeves movie that can certainly be skipped. The 1996 movie Chain Reaction links Reeves with the director of The Fugitive, Andrew Davis. The film definitely has its moments of inventiveness and visual flair while also playing heavily into the tropes and expectations of the action genre of that era, making it an enjoyable watch for fans of The Fugitive. However, the plot development and pacing fall flat compared to some of Reeves' better action movies. Despite being butchered by critics, 47 Ronin is considered one of Reeves' more celebrated movies by fans. There was a great amount of build-up to the film based on a true story in Japanese history about a lord who was wrongfully put to death and his followers who sought vengeance. 47 Ronin is epic in scale and has a lot to offer the casual action genre fan, but also falls short from a critical lens in terms of character development, narrative strength, and emotional engagement. The Matrix Revolutions, widely regarded as the least stunning of the Matrix trilogy, failed to have the same impact on moviegoers as its predecessor. After a mediocre follow-up in The Matrix Reloaded, the third Matrix film felt like a complete failure to most, putting an unpleasant finish to an action trilogy that once seemed full of potential. Reeves reprises his role as Neo, among the original cast members Morpheus, Trinity, and Agent Smith, but the picture falls short, feeling overdone and bloated by the end.